GloryDaze. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With InsureMyVan.ie, the van insurance specialists. See how much you can save at InsureMyVan.ie.
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes, I'm ready. He always says it every week.
Yes.
Are you ready? Of course I'm ready. I'm standing here with a microphone and all. You know what I mean?
Literally years we've been doing the show, and that's never made a difference. You being there with a microphone,
that's true, yeah,
and everything doesn't mean you're ready.
That's very true. Yeah, I can be totally unconscious and conscious looking at the same time. It's a skill I've picked up through the years.
It is a gift.
So I can do nothing while actively looking like I might be in the middle of something.
Yeah,
you know.
Anyway, look, the thing about it is we are doing this a little bit later than we normally would.
Oh Jesus! Thank you. Don't bring up the sickness.
I wasn't going to. I wasn't actually going to bring up the sickness.
Honestly, thanks for bringing it up.
I was just going to say that.
Thanks for bringing up the sickness. I should have said.
I was just going to say that it was a terrible Monday.
Oh, me, I was lucky. I can't believe I'm alive. I can't believe I'm alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about there was no podcast on Friday. I don't know. Thanks for Jim to bring it up there. But I was very ill. I was very ill, Jim.
Terrible.
Oh, my stomach was. I was like I was shot in the stomach by an AK-45. I was in an awful state.
Right.
Yeah.
45s, they're worse than 47s, are they?
They are. Their bullets are fatter.
Right.
And it was in an awful state. Oh, jeez.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I was sick and all.
But you made a miraculous recovery. In fairness,
after 3 days, yeah. I love that miraculous. You got better quick. 3 days.
I don't know. I was seeing lads posting selfies with you and everything,
Where
all
did
over
you
the
see
weekend.
that? That's not true.
In fact, one lad actually sent it into the show today.
That's not true.
I'm telling you.
From when? From yesterday, maybe?
I don't know. I'm just saying, right. You were obviously, you must have been like, I don't know.
I was out yesterday. Yeah, I was, yeah. Unbelievable.
Just saying,
Yeah.
Some people, they might have thought, well, if you were that ill.
Isn't that amazing? Sick right through Saturday. Well, Sunday. Not a bother on you, you bastard. You bastard, you. I caught you lying bastard. No, I was sick Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, but Sunday. It was alright Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny that.
It's always away, isn't it?
You fucking shite bag. I know what you're up to. Bronchiolia, the bollocks is what you had. Yeah, that's what people are like, isn't it? Yeah.
I have to say, the great thing about your illnesses is they never seem to have an origin. Or,
no.
As in a cause.
It seems to be very unique.
They do. They they come like a bolt from the blue.
A bolt from me.
Yeah. And they do something ferocious to you.
Yes, they do.
And the weird thing about you is, right, you never seem to be remotely interested in getting to the bottom of it.
Why do I care? Why does that matter?
Well,
how did you get
Would you not like to know what,
No.
Because maybe, for example, if you knew how you were getting it, you could stop. Or maybe, would you not like to know that whatever it is that, causes it isn't, serious or anything?
No! I wish I was dead. It was horrible. I don't want to know what causes it. I never understand that. I need to find out why I'm sick. What? I don't care. I just need to find out how to get better.
Yeah.
Anything that's about how I got sick is a waste of energy,
Yeah.
When I was in the mental hospital, there was loads of that going on. Loads of that. There's like
people walking up to you going, how are you mental?
Yeah, bitch, yeah. They don't put it in those words.
Yeah.
But like even some of the therapists and all, it's like, I think we should do a little bit of work of why you might be like this. I'm like going, I don't fucking care why I'm like this. I want to get better. How I got here is completely irrelevant to me. You wouldn't be
big into the prevention thing, no?
It's too late. It's too. I have it.
But for future reference, I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Just give me the tablets and I'll go home and hope for the best. Physical or mental, and then leave me alone.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. That's all you can do. Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a doctor for for a normal, like a GP type doctor, or whatever?
Or a mental head doctor.
For anything from the neck down, put it that way.
From the neck down.
Or even the nose down. Anything basically.
From the nose
from
down.
The eyebrows.
From the eyebrows.
From the eyebrows down.
Oh my god!
Yeah. When's the last time you saw an eyebrows down doctor?
An eyebrows and south of that specialist. I don't. A long time now.
Yeah,
very
you're
long
not a
time.
doctor person.
No, not unless I'm in trouble, and then I have to be in ferocious trouble then to even do that because I always think stuff will blow over.
Yeah.
Which is a bad thing. You shouldn't do that, but I do. Yeah. Whereas Jim's the opposite way. Jim goes in for Jim gives. I think it costs him $25,000 a year to go in and get this service done, where they go all up into his orifices and find out all his blood.
Actually, I'm probably due one of them.
Yeah. Well,
I'm probably due one of them.
That's the right thing to do. You see, this is Ireland all over. Here's a man who's of an age where you're advised, keep an eye on yourself, look after yourself. All the advice is, lads, don't be stupid. If you have a worry, if you have a thought, if you have this, get your checkups done regularly. Don't have a plane. And then someone we actively know is doing that, Jim McCabe, does it. And here's me going, yeah, look at you spending money and all on a doctor. Try and make sure that you're nothing all wrong with you and all. Yeah, you big idiot. I don't even care if I be dead in all the morning. Like, that's it. You know,
wow.
I'm such a tick sometimes.
Wow.
Really
but it's weird because, like, over the years or whatever, when you've come in and you've been, you know, with
and in
like,
fairness, you're never sick.
You're
never sick.
But
Jim has never, as long as I've known him, he's never had a sick day. Not one time. As always, if there's something wrong with the show, it's me. Always me.
But
someone late, me. Someone sick, me. Something broken, me. A story missing, me. Always me.
But the weird thing is, you don't, like, you, in all the times I've known you never kind of think, I need to get to a
doctor.
I need to get to a doctor, or I need to get to a hospital.
No, I need to go home.
Or I need to get whatever. You basically just...
Sweat it out.
You kind of just sit there going, oh...
Yeah.
Are you all right, Peter? Oh, no. What are you going to do? Oh, nothing.
I'm going to feel
There's
terrible.
nothing I can do. Well, I think you find there is stuff you can do. Like, there's a whole thing called, like, the medical profession.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
They're there. And there's all these things called, like, medicines and everything.
Oh,
no, I couldn't.
I wouldn't know where to get them.
Could. Would you go and get me some?
I wouldn't know where to get out like that, Jim. Oh, jeez, I'm going to die. Oh, jeez, I'm going to die.
It is bad. You do have a unique... I'm trying to decide whether you have a very high pain threshold or a very low one.
I don't know.
I can't decide which one it is.
Well, it seems low, doesn't it?
But in fairness, you never give in to it.
No, I never give it. So I can't... It's not like I can just go, right, that's it, pain is finished now. You know... I can't do that, so it's not like give into it. What can I do? You have to just feel it when you have it, don't you?
You do.
That's the thing. I suppose Jim.
Again, there is that whole thing called the medical profession.
I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know.
There's things like modern medicine.
Is there now?
There's things like, I don't know, Chinese medicine. There's things like
Chinese medicine.
There's medicine to suit all tastes.
Chinese medicine is just medicine in China. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Like if I take a salpadine in China, it's you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's
but
Chinese medicine.
they might put it into a nice tea though.
That's true. Yeah. Probably better that way.
Or maybe they'd put it into a sock, and you could,
That's what all the hippies would do, isn't it? They'd suck a salpadine through a sock, and then say, I felt much better because the sock is made from this thing. And you go, no, it's the salpadine. You're kind of having it in a glass of water. That's what the hippies do, I suppose. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
By the way, sorry, can I ask?
I felt terrible.
Can I ask an obvious question as well?
Yeah.
You know the way your other half is a doctor?
Yeah. I've never seen her help anybody, man. Never.
But like even you though.
Yeah, but
would she not have a rough guess even at sort of like something that might be wrong with you?
No, she's a doctor of the head, and she can't help me there either. So she's like a doctor of medicines,
right.
a doctor of figuring out what medicine to give people. It's not amazing. Like I'm with her years now, and someone says, "What's her job?" I says, "She's a doctor of figuring out what medicines to be giving people for the head." Like, there's definitely a better word to describe that job.
Oh yeah,
and that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
It's mad. I like it. There you go. But thankfully, I was feeling better yesterday.
By the way, was she suitably sympathetic and concerned about your whatever it was?
In the way she is. She's American. She walks in and goes, "What can I do for you?" I'm like, "Not much now." Okay,
I'm going.
That's it. I have to look after the kids. That's it. They're not exactly huge amounts of compassion.
Right.
But I was feeling much better yesterday, and we drove down to Kilkenny yesterday, right? With the kids to go and see, because our friend of hers had...
Drove down to Kilkenny.
Yeah. And you were supposed to be sick on Thursday, and you're driving down on a Sunday. Not a bother on you.
Oh my God.
And then we were like, down in Kilkenny, and we had to think what we do. We have to stretch, kids need to stretch their legs and all this, right? So we were like, what we do? And we went to this place, a Jurassic Park thing, right?
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Wow. In Kilkenny.
Jurassic New Park, Jurassic Zoo, whatever, right? And it was the most Irish place.
It's just a town that somebody forgot about.
It's a field out the back of the hotel, right? And you went to, I have to say, it was one of the funniest, one of the best things. It was so Irish. It's actually brilliant, but it's very Irish.
What were the dinosaurs like?
Well, this is it. You come into it, right? And it's Jurassic. And as you walk in, the music is playing. Da, 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 like that's all playing.
Right.
Da, 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 da. And the woman selling the tickets is dressed in her safari gear and all, right?
Wow.
And she's like, welcome to Jurassic Park, Kilkenny, right? And you walk in, right? And the first thing you see is rabbits.
Oh,
and it's a petting farm.
Well known.
Rabbits.
Well known.
Yeah, and sheep and goats and
From the Jurassic age.
and emus. They
Some
have
age then.
emus, right? And then there's like huge plastic dinosaurs, and you can walk around the grounds, and there's miniature ponies and donkeys, and more goats, and then these mad-looking goats. There's lots of variations of goats, and a few miniature deers, and then there's a playground castle and an inflatable room. And it's hilarious. It was brilliant.
Right.
It's brilliant. Now,
It sounds a little bit of a mishmash of ideas.
No, but it's impossible to know what the main focus is, right?
Right.
But then there was an announcement. It says a dinosaur show will be starting in 5 minutes. Right, we're going right. We go down the dinosaur
This is
show,
going to be exciting.
and we went down, and it's a fella in full safari gear again. Da, 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 and children's entertainer gets up and talk about having a walk.
Does he make dinosaurs out of balloons?
He has like puppet dinosaurs, right? And he comes out with his first puppet dinosaur, right?
Right.
And he goes, so, trying to do jokes for the kids. And he
Yeah.
goes, you thought I was going to be your host and presenter for the day, but I'm not. It's actually going to be you. And he points at the kid,
Right.
And you are going to have to do the whole show on your own,
Right.
And you'd expect the kid to go, hey, whatever, no, I can't do that, whatever. And the kid
He
stands
just
up.
burst into tears, did he?
No, the kid stood up to come up and do the show. And he goes, no, don't worry. I will actually do it. And the kid goes, am I not doing it? And he goes, no. And the kid says, why would you do that? And he said, it's just a joke.
Kids have...
It's just a joke.
Modern kids are, yeah.
Just a joke between us. And the kid looks at his dad and goes, why would he do that?
Oh, my God.
And it was like, talking about the... And he's like, wait, there you go now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then he goes, right, this is a triceratops. Later he goes, and can anyone tell
No,
me?
it's not. It's a sock.
He goes, can anyone tell me why the triceratops has 3 horns? And the kid goes, he has 2. Same kid.
Yeah.
On the front there, on the top here, and he's another one up further on his nose. And your man goes, yeah. Well, the question was, why does he have them?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was, oh man.
So it turned into a head-to-head.
So it was a bit of a head-to-head with this lad.
Wow.
And your man. And they weren't getting on.
Never work with kids and dinosaurs. Tell you.
Yeah. And then he goes, can anyone tell me the name of the most feared dinosaur? And your man says, a pterodactyl. And he goes, no, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And he goes off and he comes back with one. And at that point, Kelly and me were going, I think we better leave.
Right. It was starting to get testy.
Starting to get a bit tense.
I think it could kick off.
I think our kids are going to start crying.
It could start to kick off.
Yeah, and then we were walking out, and it was great. We were walking out, and as we were walking out, a fella was closing up the gift wagon, the old gift, and,
Right.
and he's closing down the thing because we were leaving late. And as he seen us coming, he goes, Jesus, and he put the thing back up and stands there looking at us.
In case.
Yeah, and then you hear the music out of nowhere again. Da, 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 da.
It's obviously just on sensors whenever anybody comes near.
Yeah, I
play
don't
the
know.
music. Play the
Play the music.
They might buy something.
They might buy a bleeding stuffed animal or something like that. They might buy a stuffed sheep in Jurassic Park. Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was great. It's a brilliant setup.
I missed the movie where the sheep and the rabbits were and all that.
Sheep and the rabbits
that was
and the emus.
Jurassic Park, Lost World, was it?
Lost World,
Is
yeah.
that where that
Lost
was?
World Kilkenny, yeah. Yeah, it's such a funny mishmash setup, but,
Right.
But we had a great time and everything,
Yeah.
yeah. And then getting into the car on the way home, and
I'd say, I would have loved to have seen your man after the show.
I felt
Going out
real bad.
with his sock puppets and his
Yeah, and he's there in
whatever.
his safari gear, just going, yeah, man.
his safari gear.
And his safari
Going,
gear.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah,
This is what it's come to.
and your man's still going. So why would you do that? What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you
Egg in
can't.
his car and everything.
Yeah.
Take that.
I'm going to make a complaint. What's your boss's name? Put him on the phone. Yeah.
God.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Because we've all had jobs like that where things have gone wrong. We've all had those jobs. We've all done it's public speaking, and it goes on. And nothing in the world feels worse than public speaking gone arseways. Sure doesn't.
Yeah. When you just feel so exposed, you are exposed, you're generally on your own up there.
Oh, God.
And if it does go wrong, there's nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
That's the famous comedian Tom Stade, the Canadian guy Tom Stade. He did that gig. I've told you about it before, and he walked in and he corporate comedy gig, and they hated him. And he was doing jokes, and they were all dying flat, staring at him completely. And it got to the point where he's doing jokes, and people go, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!" And he was like, "I can't."
Right.
And he was so embarrassed when he finished the gig that he didn't want to walk through the crowd to leave the hotel.
That's right.
He was so embarrassed. He was like, "Oh my God!" And he was in the kitchen, and they were like saying, "You can't stay in the kitchen." And he goes, he asked them to put him into the dumb waiter, the little tiny box,
like the food lift.
Yeah, and lower him down in the food lift to the room downstairs so he could get out without them seeing him.
Yeah.
And they said, okay. And he got in and they lowered him down. But the crowd had moved downstairs for a drinks reception. Oh. And then when someone opened it was all the same people in a different room looking at him getting out of the food lift. And having to walk through them going, excuse me, sorry about that. Sorry about that, yeah. Oh, apparently one of them said, "Why did you even do that?"
Glory Days. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With InsureMyVan.ie, the van insurance specialists. See how much you can save at InsureMyVan.ie.
If you're somebody who is heading into, I was going to say heading into an office job, but that's not really the thing at all, actually. You could be working from home, you could be doing any sort of a job. Basically, let's face it, how many people get through their job without having to send an email of some description at some point?
Yeah,
right?
Not everyone can be as ignorant as I am.
Actually, I just realised as I said that then, there is somebody who can get through their entire working life without sending an email, or indeed reading them, the ones that he's received.
Well, I find if you don't read them, you don't send them. So it works very well.
He got really irritated this morning. Producer Niall came in about something and that's going on later in the day, and PJ turned around and went, "What's that? How did everybody find out about that?
I know about this?
I don't know about that. When did it? What?" And it was literally on an email that was sent you.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't read them. What am I supposed to do with an email about all of the things that's in it?
But anyway,
yeah.
So
I hate them because the language of them, they're too formal.
You see, but that's the truth. It's that line between too formal and then because there's all and then there's because if you make them informal and you kind of crack a joke at them and somebody doesn't get the joke because you can't get the tone.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but it's still too formal. I bloody hate reading emails. And I'm not the only one. Experts have uncovered the most overused, what they say, email buzzwords. Right? They went through 1 million emails. 1 million. Right? And they found the words that people say that they hate, or that just makes them that touch too formal. And reaching out is the number one. Just reaching out to see everything's okay with you guys, following up and checking in to see we're all still aligned on the plan. Please advise if that's the case. These are all ones. Or the whole hope this email finds you well. No, you don't. You don't care if I'm well. You care if I'm available to do what you want me to do.
So all these things because somebody will probably have advised people sending emails in the past. Some trainer somewhere will be, obviously start with a friendly, hope this finds you well.
Yeah. This is all what you would have been advised to do.
Probably. And now people are saying, look,
I hate it. Yeah.
I sense the insincerity of the comments.
Of course. Happy Friday. Just circling back and touching base to see if we could hop on our call. I'm wondering if you have the bandwidth for it. As per my last email, our meeting was pointed as low-hanging fruit, and it's all it's
so it's basically what used to be regarded as management speak. Run this up the flagpole and all this kind of carry on.
And that's the ones now. Run this up the flag. That's the beginning of a whole
blue sky thinking.
Yeah, and you know the way
outside the box.
It gets all military then. It gets all military. It's like we have to batten down the hatches now this week. I was going to say we have the enemy coming in, but no one's ever said that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But
normally it's anybody from accounts.
Yeah, right. We're in the trenches here. We have to come out swinging on this one, lads.
So does it say what you're supposed to do in an email? I know, and there's no point in saying just be yourself, because that can go horribly wrong as well.
Yeah,
in an email.
Oh, very much so. Yeah. Come here.
He was just going to say, come here, get up out of that, you mad thing.
I'm not in the humour for anything, so don't be even giving me all that. Yeah, I did. How's it? Thanks very much for your email. I didn't read it. Thanks very much for your email. I didn't read it.
You should have that as a stock response. One of those automatic responses, bounce backs. Yeah, where you go. Thank you for forwarding your email. It will never be read. Yeah,
I can assure you it'll never be read. Have a good day.
Wow.
Unless you wanted me to do something, in which case have a terrible day. You know? But it is those things, and I guess that formal talk. And like you said, you can never get it right because you're trained to do it that way. Yeah. And then when everyone does it that way, nobody likes it. And then you have to find a new way of doing things.
Yeah.
Because everything that does only has its X amount of time in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Where it's acceptable. And then you're like us, you don't know what's acceptable anymore.
I would have thought that most people would be happy enough, especially if it's email stuff. I would, it should be bordering on blooming kind of like Morse code. It should be meeting 12 office.
Yeah, you're right. And that's you're right.
And literally just leave.
You're right, because the danger is in an email you come across as friendly as well.
Yeah.
And then you get another one back. Are you around later on to do some Dungeons and Dragons or something?
Glory Days. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
Now, Ireland, of course, is in theory at least a classless society. We never had the kind of class system as such.
Well,
in terms of us as a republic or whatever.
Not with the definitive way the Brits had, but there's definitely a sort of.
Well, I mean, it's what there is the idea. There's those people who like to regard themselves as the middle classes and whatnot. And stuff.
That's it, yeah.
And some people who are proudly working class and people who like to think of themselves as just a part of the common people.
And then people who think they're better than everyone.
Yeah,
regardless of.
And then there is those people who would rather not be considered common. If you don't mind.
Well, there's the upwardly mobile ones, people who want to sound like they, people who have aspirations to being in a society maybe they're not a part of, or at least want to look like they're not, So the phrases that make you sound common. This account, it's called Refined Society, and it's run by an influencer called Lottie, and she specialises, her whole thing is specialising in quiet luxury, she said, tips and high society secrets. So she knows how to make you blend in with the old money people, and so there's small little tips, things to say.
So
you
don't embarrass yourself if you're in the.
Not even that, just to blend in, like. So, for example, right, the old money people, proper upper class people, they would never say, how are you? What's the crack and all?
I certainly hope not.
They'd never say nice to meet you even, or come with us. They'd say, how do you do? So it's like, oh, Jim McCabe, how do you do? And instead of saying come with us, they say, do join us. And they'd never say this is Jim. You might know him or whatever. They'd say. Do you know what I mean? They'd never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. They'd say,
this is very interesting. There's a weird juxtaposition happening here with you being the one telling me about all of this.
Because, what are you trying to say?
Come here, how are you? What's the stuff?
I'd never say this. I'd say, may I present Jim McCabe? May I present Jim McCabe to you? He is indeed a man of high societal aspirations. So may I present?
Okay. May I present? So if I was to introduce you. So
may I present?
So I finally let the guard down and decide, right, I'll allow PJ to come along and come for a drink with me and my mates or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to walk in and go, may I present to you PJ Gallagher?
Yes, that's what you do. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you don't go, and you wouldn't then just say, I'm going to head off anyway. Or listen, or do what Jim does and just says I'm going to the toilet and disappears, right? You'd never do that. That's really rude, right?
Oh, okay.
What you should do is say, anyway, I'll leave you in safe hands, or I'll leave you in capable hands, or I'll leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Jim McCabe, and then you'll make your exit.
Wow.
And that's the way of doing it there,
I like it. You
and
dump on somebody else.
Yeah, and Jim would never fit in high society, ever, for one reason.
How very dare
you wouldn't. Do you know why? The word sorry. They never say the word sorry.
Oh.
And as you know, you meet Jim, you go, how are you, Jim? Sorry. You all right, Jim? Sorry. What did I do now? Sorry.
Yeah, no, you didn't do anything. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I probably should have done something.
Sorry, Jim, I'm in your way. Sorry that you're in my way. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sorry for being alive. I'm sorry I'm alive. That's Jim. How are you, Jim? Would you like a sausage roll? I'm sorry I'm alive for sausage rolls. I don't deserve one. Sorry about being the sausage roll.
Anyway, so what are you supposed to say?
You say forgive me, or pardon me, forgive me, or do forgive me. You know, do forgive me. You know, you don't say the I nearly did a sorry myself there. And then I remembered.
Yeah.
Then I remembered what I am. Yeah, and
you're above all that sorry business.
I'm above all that sorry business, don't
Yeah.
you? And also, you'd never say someone's rich or wealthy. That's a real sign. Those are dirty words. You do not say rich or wealthy to describe people. That's assumed. What you say for rich is you say they've done, or they're comfortable. You say, if somebody's rich, they're comfortable. That's what you say.
Right.
Yes. You know, unfortunately for Jim McCabe, he's not very comfortable, is what you say. And when it comes to wealthy, which is another step, you'd say they've done rather well, is what you'd say.
Ah.
Done rather well.
Well, then that's it sorted then. That's
You've gone
going
beyond-
forward. I know exactly that. There'll be no need for me to slag you about being, you know, part of a wealthy celebrity or anything.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just say, PJ Gallagher, you know who has done rather well, extremely comfortable, if I may say.
And I'd say, forgive me, Jim. Do pardon me. You know. But unfortunately, you're talking out your hoop.
Glory Days. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With InsureMyVan.ie, the van insurance specialists. See how much you can save at
There's stuff in the papers this morning about cars specifically and what people want from their cars. All right. And there's a whole load of different things. Obviously, people trying to make, you know, if they spend a lot of time in their cars, they're trying to make it more, you know, comfortable and more efficient and more all sorts of things. And one of the, in fact, look, PJ is going to give us the full list of the kind of things people are looking for. But one of the big ones is this idea that one day we will have self-drive cars.
Self-drive cars.
I know there's experimental ones at the moment, isn't
Yes, they're working on them in London and trialling them in London, and they've been doing it in the States and California, San Francisco for years. But it's getting closer and closer, you know. And there's research from this car company, the Chinese one, Xpeng. I don't know how you say it. Xpeng. Whatever. That's how it's spelled.
Sounds good to me.
They have said that the technology for so much is possible and achievable within a decade.
Right. Now, what did people ask for?
So that's it. They asked people, what is the ideal car? And self-cleaning, can fly over potholes, has seats that fold out absolutely perfectly flat. That's our dream motor of the future. People would love to have
With flat seats that go flat. So basically,
Yeah,
what we're
lie
saying is
down,
we want to sleep in our car.
Want to have a bed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically want a bed, yeah. Solar panelled roofs, noise cancelling cabins, the self-cleaning seats as well. That's what people really want. So they basically want a car that cleans itself, drives itself,
Powers
gives you a
itself with
bed,
solar
powers
panels.
itself. Yeah. You know what the problem with that is? Here's the problem with that. People ruin everything, right?
Yeah.
So you know
Because I have to say that the way you've described it sounds pretty. I mean, if I thought that I could, you know, get into the car in the morning to drive in here in the middle of the night, and basically just get in and go, take me to work, will you?
And lie down.
And then lie down and get another half hour or 50 minutes of shut eye.
Yeah.
That'd be very appealing.
You're not thinking it through, Jim. You're not thinking that if you think traffic's bad now, what about when it's every 7-year-old is allowed their own car because they don't need a driving licence anymore? So every kid out there is
Right.
like, you know, they'll be like, why aren't you in school? I couldn't get parking. You know. They
That's
all want
true,
their own,
actually.
they all want
So
iPads
all of
now.
a sudden-
Suddenly they'll all want their own cars.
All of a sudden, parents won't have to worry about dropping their kids to all of the different activities.
No,
they'll just literally put them in the car, say to the car, take him to basketball, will you?"
hurling. Take him up to Nave Barrow. He's doing his hurling training. And wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. They'll all go off on their own in the cars because there won't be a need for a driving licence, surely. You won't be driving them.
Surely
they'll
they'll have to inject some sort of safety element to it. Because as you say, whatever about the parents putting them in and sending them, there'll be kids getting themselves into cars going, take me to Disneyland. Cannot commute.
Yeah, the car they're going, I bet Tato Park is the best I can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you go, that'll do then.
Right, okay. And then McDonald's on the way back as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's through the drive-through. You
Yeah.
know, that's the thing. You won't need anything. So, and traffic, I mean, is bad as it is. It's bad everywhere. I mean, for God's sake, everybody listening to this now is probably sitting in the car cursing. Imagine looking out your window and there's just a lad eating Rice Krispie cakes with a dog. He's 8 years old going to school and he's like, I don't even want to go to school and I don't care if we're late.
Yeah.
You know, it's no good. It's no good.
That's a shame, though, because I have to say, the image sounds great.
It does,
sound
but it's not
fantastic.
going to happen. It's like every year a story comes out.
I do reckon it would make a difference. The idea that, big part of the stress in traffic is that you have to be vigilant all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being stuck in traffic, you can't just kind of give up and go and read a book.
Put on your audio, the headphones, lie back in the seat.
You have to be constantly aware and, for all the little things.
Yeah, looking at what in the name of Jesus?
Whereas if you could switch off, it might take a lot of the stress out of it.
Oh, it would, yeah.
Until, as you say, you spotted a 7-year-old with a Rice Krispie cake looking at you.
Yeah, getting out and running around. So that's it. But it's never going to happen. They say these things all the time. The technology, we are only 10 years away. But 10 years ago, we were doing stories that within the next 5 years, the first flying car will be released.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that hasn't been released, And the text messages we got were ridiculous. Oh, deadly, I'm going to fly over the toll. I'm pretty sure that won't be the point of them,
Yeah.
And you'd have to have a pilot's license and all these types of things. So it's never going to happen, I don't think,
I'm trying to... Would self-drive cars or flying cars be a better advancement, do you reckon?
I honestly don't know. Don't know.
As I was literally saying that sentence, I regretted
That's
it.
like one of those sentences. Well, what superpower would you like? I'm never going to have a superpower.
Exactly. And I just realised it sounded exactly like lads in a pub. Come here, right?
Yeah.
Tell me this, right? What would be better? Right?
Yeah.
Just trying to do something I never wanted to be.
Would you like to
there.
fly or be invisible? Honestly, I just want to digest last night's pie.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
We all have our traits. You have a lot of things that happen to you.
Oh, that's true.
And around you.
Yes.
And you've been, quite vocal about the things that you would view as being wrong with me. Like, I do have a tendency to procrastinate a bit.
A bit? Holy fart.
I do worry a little bit about, I do stress a little bit
it's because he overthinks everything. That's why, isn't it?
Yeah, and even as PJ has often pointed out, one of the reasons that I'm absolutely hideous at any form of social media is that it probably would take me a week.
Oh, yeah.
To craft just putting up a casual sort of, here's me in the park.
Yeah, even a Facebook, here's me with the dog. He wouldn't be able to do it without worrying about what people would say.
Turns out I'm not alone.
You're not. They say now, new research has said that people are so freaked out by sending messages that they could spend between an hour and a full day, 24 hours, trying to work out and what to send in a text message.
See, there it is.
That's Jim all over.
That's
I've seen Jim spend a week at it. And that's like, when it comes to cancelling plans or asking for money that's yours anyway,
Oh, so when you have to do those kind of sticky kind of messages, like,
obviously,
there's a bit of a, not just kind of like...
Well, for most people, the one that would take most people an hour is like, whatever. Just getting around to it.
Yeah.
The one that would take, like, most people a full day would be the sticky ones.
Yeah.
The ones that takes Jim McCabe's packed his bags and he's moved country twice just to avoid talking to people because he had to cancel plans.
Yeah.
So it is those ones. So, like, discussing relationship issues, and so these are the ones you really delay.
Yeah.
But you can spend up to 24 hours delaying, which is kind of,
Yeah.
To think you put yourself through all that.
This is delaying in terms of the, what do you call it?
No, I'll put it this way, I'll put it that way.
That's it. The language.
Yeah, let me rephrase it.
Because I do, I would probably reread a text, God knows how many times, before it actually press send on it.
Oh, yeah, of course you would.
Whereas, for a start, you don't do it. You do the voice note thing. So you'll send me
I just do that.
A voice note thing.
Like,
and there could be anything going on in the background.
Oh, yeah, it could be kids or it could
sirens,
be...
kids.
Sirens, it could be anything.
You name it.
Gunfight.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Who knows what
Whereas
would be happening in the
Jim
background
does the other way. Jim types out a message that he's going to send to someone else, and then he reads it and goes, what did he mean by that? That's a bit aggressive, is it?
Yeah. Now, could they take that the wrong way, I wonder?
Yeah.
I better not say that now.
And then you can't get to the point of Jim's messages.
Is that grammatically correct?
Oh, yeah. I think there should be a hyphen.
Yeah.
And you can't get to the point of Jim's messages because it takes so long to get to the content, because it's all, how you doing? Listen, please feel free to say no now, because I know that it'd be annoying and everything, and everybody doesn't like me and all, even though somebody said that they did, but I don't believe them. Don't, and I do mean that if anything is a hassle with what I'm about to ask you.
Yeah,
but is there any?
I mean, I literally sent a text yesterday, and it was to the accountant, and it started and finished with an apology.
Yeah, of course it did.
Because you have to go back at the end and go, listen, and again, apologies again. I know it's a really busy time. Look, sorry about that.
They are, isn't it? Because we all know how accountants are so busy now this time of year.
Yeah, because I'm sure they appreciate that. Look at them. What the bloody hell's this idiot asking?
It's just, I'm so sorry.
One question I had.
Yeah, so sorry that I do be paying you on time and all and everything. And that it's, but I know I'd be letting you down, and you'd be dreading seeing me and everything.
Anyway, at least there's a bit of consolation that, I'm not alone. That there are other people out there who share that pain.
There is, yeah.
Craft the perfect text.
Yeah. Oh, there is. When it comes to borrowing money or getting someone to do favours or making a complaint, that's another one that people really struggle with,
Yeah.
Which you should be able to do, because like Jim, you've paid for it, Yeah. The fact that his accountant moved off to the Seychelles with all his money, and he's still here going, how do I bring them up without annoying them?
You've been listening to GloryDaze, the best of Radio Nova's Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. Catch the show live weekdays 6 to 10 on FM, online at nova.ie, or on the Nova app.